How's it going, Variable Traders? Robert H here. Going to do a little follow-up to the video from yesterday regarding probabilities. So Peter from our chat room, Peter B, left a comment saying, "Great video, Robert. This risk to reward that Mark Douglas talks about comes after you have a proven edge. Without that, it's meaningless, and finding an edge is the hardest thing. If you have an edge that works, it's not hard to stick to your rules because you know that if you stick to it, you're going to make money. All this FOMO, overtrading, all the other bad things come if you don't have a proven edge." And Peter makes a great point. But my addition to that is that if you don't have an edge, if you don't have strategies that are proven to work, why are you trading real money, right? That's something you should have learned in simulator. That's the whole point is doing simulator. So you can paper trade, forward test, different strategies, figure out which ones you're good at, identifying the patterns in real time, and not just identifying the patterns, but practicing the execution and trade and risk management. So I have a couple strategies. I've narrowed down my playbook, what I call a playbook. I used to trade 10, 12 different strategies, trying to be a jack of all trades. And now I've cut it down to maybe three or four strategies. So times two, because long and short, they're basically mirror images of each other. So I'm basically trading 6 patterns. And by bringing it down to that level of simplicity, it does wonders on your trading, because now your mind is focused. You have that clarity. You're looking for certain things, and you get better and better as you find a niche, basically, right? You're trying to specialize in one thing, and the brain and the eyes, it works this way. When you're trying to look for too many different things, too many different stocks, that's when you start FOMOing, overtrading, as Peter mentioned here, right? So find the strategy that works for you, and until you do that, do not trade real money, because you're just going to be flying by the seat of your pants out here in the markets where all the pros are going to take your money. So one of my famous strategies is the reversal. This is something I've been trading for, I'd say, 9 months or so, and people in the community have helped me perfect it. Adventure Dog, William, and some others in the chat room. So that strategy, I know it works more than half the time. I've done the trading. I've forward tested it, hundreds of trades with real money, and I back tested it into some market replay trading simulator stuff. I've probably taken that strategy over 1,000 times, and I know that it works. I know what the risk to reward, when to take it, when it makes sense. I know when to get out. I know where to take profit, and that just makes life easier. So anyways, you're probably wondering about the thumbnail for this video. So my example yesterday about flipping a coin and getting 2 to 1 back, that's a half decent metaphor, but I think this one better represents what day trading is, right? So the market's always moving. The candles are always moving. There's order flow, time and sales, things are jumping up and down, right? So this is the better analogy. In my left hand, I have a die, and I'm going to roll it. I'm just going to roll it continuously. And the odds of you getting it right are 1 in 6, right? If you have to guess what it's going to land on. But the payout's only going to be 2 to 1. Right? And I'm always going to be rolling this dice. So in my right hand, however, I am going to pull out a coin every 5-10 minutes. It'll be random. I'll just pull it out. And the odds of you winning are 1 out of 2, right? Heads or tails. The payout's still going to be 2 to 1. Now, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit there and bet on the dice that I'm just rolling with my left hand continuously and lose money? Or are you going to be patient and wait for that coin to come out every time? The coin is your money maker. You know that given a large enough sample size, you are going to kill it on the coin, right? So how does that apply to day trading? The coin is your setup. These are your edges. These are your strategies. Wait for these to appear. Don't go wasting money on this stuff, right? Just because the market's moving. And I've said this before, being a retail day trader is like having a slot machine in your house, right? It's always on. It's always willing to pay you out, but it's always willing to take your money. It's at the click of a button. They make it really easy, right? The platform, basically, it's like pulling the handle on a slot machine. And you think about the casino analogy I talked about yesterday, right? We are the casino. Our goal is to be the casino, not the patrons. We are the owners. Because as the owner, what do most casinos do? Well, they're open 24 hours. They never want you to leave. They're offering free coffee, free drinks, all these comps. The VIPs get, the president's suite, everything's free because their goal is to keep you there, right? So be the casino. Don't be a customer of the casino. Don't bet on this trash. Wait for your setup. Sorry, long rant, and that's what I do. But basically, a couple trades I took. Well, one trade I didn't take today. ABBV came up on my reversal scanner. Beautiful reversal right here. Missed the entry. I hesitated for maybe 3 seconds, and off it went. It just left without looking back. Take a look at the 5-minute chart. Yeah, you can see it just left, never looked back, and there was no pullback for me to get back in. And really weird price action. It's gapped up, came to the low of the day, and went back to the high of the day. So if you're on riding this both directions, that's free money basically. Didn't take that. whatever it is, what it is. I ended up taking WDAY, which also came up on my scanner, and this stock is crazy choppy. The spread has tightened up a bit here. As you can see, we're approaching the closing bell, but when I was in this thing here, the spread was 25, 40 cents at times. It was really fluctuating. And I took it long right here, the break of the body, because it's a white spinning top. That's my signal. There's another 2-minute chart here. The moving averages were crossing at the very same time, right? Got in on the new 5-minute high here. So got the triple confirmation. And then this was crazy. The candlesticks do not represent how this thing was being traded. 25 cent, 10, 20 cent increments, pop, 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 up and down. I was like, I'm in over my head. This is crazy. Even though I have a stop loss, like managing this thing was not easy. So I just basically survived 20 minutes of a slight uptrend, nothing crazy. Didn't get the momentum I wanted until it really, once it got to this moving average on the 15, I think it made a new 30-minute highs when it really took off. And then as you can see, really patient on the scale outs. I took some off at this moving average on the 15, saved some for the $50 and the VWAP. But look at this, I was using limit orders to get out. That's one of the things I've been doing as well. It helps control the anxiety of just having your finger over the hotkey and panicking. I used to scale out 15 times before the price even came to 1-to-1. Now, I have my calculations. Where's my 1.5 to 1 or 2 to 1? Put a limit order there, another one there for 2 to 1. Some here for whatever ratio that is, and some here for the VWAP. And look at the timing of this. I had limit orders, and I swear the algos were on my side today. They reached out, took my limit orders. We shook hands. It was great. Got out in the tops of the wicks 4 times in a row, 4 for 4. And it continued past the VWAP, but you can see it's rounding out and giving some back. So anyways, that's the trade. That's my setup. I wait for those, right? I'm playing the coin, not the dice. And that's my advice to you guys. So I hope everyone has a good day, and I'll see you in the chat room tomorrow.